Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, or in this live stream, in fact, we are going to be doing the matchup between the Western Force and the Hurricanes. Now, last live stream, we made some bad decisions. I'm ready to go for another match. I don't know why I'm doing this. It just seemed like a good idea at the time, but ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Let's get underway. Waratahs, they just lost to the Blues, and now the Hurricanes, they are going head-to-head with the Western Force. Now, getting ready to go. So Lisi Rayasi making his way out onto the field. They actually mentioned about a couple late changes that they did have to make for the Western Force. But Jeremy Thrush, if they lose this game, he is retiring. Where's your bid? I do not have one. Sadly, it didn't actually come with the set. I got a cheap set a while ago, which does mean, there's a stick on this. I think it's because George wore it and he ran into a bush. But, yeah, it doesn't actually have a bed. With it, my bed isn't quite adequate enough. It's actually quite warm. It's a nice cotton feeling. I was like, well, Santa says Gareth. And yeah, I've just realized that anyone who didn't see the last live stream, this will make no sense of what I'm doing. On myself, and also, bruh, wear his white beard and long hair. Says Patty, listen, Santa needed to shave because it's too hot. Also, WTF, the Santa sucks. I mean, the Santa has pineapple socks on, so I guess it's one thing. You know, it's just a bit unorthodox for good old Santa. But yeah, Merry Christmas in June. The best time to celebrate the Christmas spirit is when it's about 60 or so. In fact, more than 60 days away. It's about 160, somewhere around there. But currently, Jeremy Thrush, Richard Kahui, and also there is one other man in the form of, I believe it is, who was the last guy? Jeremy Thrush, Richard Kahui, and also Greg Holmes. They will all be retiring if the Western Force don't win this game. So we could see 3 careers come to an end here. And you mean the end of May? And as I says, Robert, and also we got there for the Canes and the Landers games. And also, while Hamish, my bet is still on the Canes the Canes and Landers games. And also, I'd go, I swear too much. And David will come on and see my chats are bye. There's Watermelon King. We will see you later on, mate. And also, we have got there. Why are you wearing a Santa hat? Did you lose a bet? Not really. I'm just too nice. I think it was pretty much the gist of the last live stream was if there wasn't a try scored, I'd wear my Santa costume. Then I decided if both sides don't score a try, I'd wear my Santa costume. And then they did. And then I just decided I might as well wear it anyway. And 211 days. And I was like, well, fine, bro, says Betty Wagon. And also, I'm Jez John, says Gareth. But now, currently, the Western Force, they have got this ball inside of their own 22. I'm nice and cozy being Santa. I might just fall asleep very soon. Santa's supposed to hibernate when it's not Christmas, isn't he? And now he's going to be going into Dutch. And it will be the opportunity for the Hurricanes. And also, we've got Hamish, do you care about a bit of swearing like I do it? And there's Benny, nah. I just don't read it out pretty much. I'll just kind of censor it as I read it. And also, we got a win from the match, or from the last match. And also, we've got there, as John Dyke says, Gareth. And also, we've got the Hurricanes make it to 50. And also, we've got there, see, look. I see. Currently now, I'm back across Owen Franks, very experienced man. They are not David. As so mean to me, I say one thing wrong and bang, timed out, damn thing. And as I says, Watermelon, although to be fair, for a majority of those, you did provoke him, trying to test out whether or not he would time you out. So I feel like in some of those cases, you got to realize that you were also the mitigating factor for those. But now, so Lisi Rayasi hanging on to this. Wes Wilson actually going to be out on the wing. Now, so then there, TJ Perenara passes it back across to Scott Scrafton. Now Wade and Perenara goes back to Owen. Frank's actually already having 2 carries in the first minute and a half of this game. Now rush the fence on Aidan Morgan. Doesn't quite work out. When is the knockout stage? Says King Pop. That is a brilliant question. It is next week for the first matchup. And I believe so far we know that the Blues, they are going to be playing either the Western Force or the Highlanders. And then after that, we are going to be having the game between the Reds and the Crusaders, and then a couple other games that are taking place. Possibly the winner of this game, if it's the Waratahs, they will be taking on the Brumbies, I think. No, in fact, it will be the Chiefs that they will be taking on. And also we have got their Chiefs playing Tars, and damn Western Australia time zone. It's almost midnight, says Sammy Sosa. It is. It's very late. Hence why Santa's about. And also Julian Savia on, says Louis there. Is he? I know that he wasn't initially going to be in the starting lineup or reserves, and it looks like quite the knee bump there for Andrew Reddy, so they are going to have to deal with him for the blood, but and also just let him go for now. If it starts again, he'll get rid of, or he will get rid of. Says Betty, and also we go there. Okay, cool. Says Gareth there. And now it is going to be going back across to the referee, the Angus Gardner, in charge of this one. I still feel like quite the melon, to be honest, and keep that watermelon sweet, bro. And there as well, says Nathan. I'd love a watermelon. We don't get them very often around these parts because they're like $30 a kg. And also, Santa, why are you, Hamish, why are you Santa, brother? I'm actually not Tesla. It's just you drank too much. And now I look like Santa, but really when you wake up in the morning, you'll see that I wasn't. And also we've got the Blues probably smashed the rules, but more of the answer for that one is I just decided to wear it because it was talked about in the last live stream. Seemed like a good idea. That's a penalty to the Western Force. Nicely done there. And also we have got the Western Australia is 8 p.m. at night because Brisbane 2 hours behind Hamish. So there's a rubber there. And also we have got there also is Julian Savia on. He is not at this stage. And also we have got Christmas time and whiskey in Waimati, says William. Ho, ho, ho. I feel like a bit of a goose, to be honest, but I'm a warm goose because this is actually warmer than my jersey that I had on. Sorry, I just flashed you. That's not something that Santa should be doing. But yeah, it's actually quite cozy. I feel like I'm wearing a dressing gown. And now, passing back across Richard Kahui, just outside of the 22 now. Hanging on to that, it's going to be the knock-on against the Western Force. And Richard Kahui, he stayed down. He doesn't look too flashy, Richard Kahui, so hopefully he is going to be all right. But he is still yet to get up onto his feet. And who won Blues or the Waratahs? The Blues were able to get themselves a win. Now Jake Strawn running hard at the line. Oh, he's been hit hard in the midsection. Richard Kahui, this doesn't look too good for him. This current point in time, so the Western Force, they are playing with 14 men on the field. Manasa Mateeli, nice pop pass up on the inside to Byron Ralston. Now Pryor, short pop pass, and I like the fact that the Western Force aren't going towards that side. And also, we have got Blues. My hair lives on. It's the cross kick. Nice tactic from the Western Force. They're making sure that they avoid Richard Kahui. And now it's going to be a step once again from Brad Lacey. Pryor passes it back across to Tom Robinson. And I think for the Hurricanes, it would mean that they could lure in a few more of the defenders. Oh, now it got too close. And also, we've got there. I won't call you anything, okay? And there's also, we've got there. You're going to watch episode 3 soon. It is episode 3 music. And there's Richard Kahui is currently down, and this doesn't look too good for him. And the danger in this is because of the fact that he hasn't really moved too much after it. It looks like he is hopefully going to be all right, but I think there's some sort of neck injury for him. And also, will I still stop them? Okay, just stop. As I says, Betty. And also we have got there from Watermelon King. There's Albert. It's a nice step from Richard Kahui, but unfortunately, he got the Duplessis Karefi. I think he actually got the Duplessis Karefi shoulder and elbow. So they might actually check to see whether or not there was foul play. And Father Richard looks 40 or looks old, is 40 yet. Says Louis, the thing is, Richard Kahui is actually going to be retiring at the end of this match if they do not qualify. Not a lot of arms in the tackle, I think they look at. And also, if it's music on YouTube, just watch they don't copyright. And also Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, new episode come out. Okay, they're going to be checking this one maybe. Richard Kahui, this might be the end of his night. And maybe the end of his career as well. Not because of the injury, but because of the fact that it might be his last game for the Western Force. So I don't think they're going to be checking that one for Duplessis Karefi. In fact, now they're going up for the TMO. Does he use his arms? And you'd have to say it's a shoulder charge from Duplessis Karefi. This could get him a yellow here if he's not too careful. And also, we've got that, okay, I just don't provoke me, okay, I got a short temper. I got all this at damn high school. As Al says, Watermelon King. Okay, they said that maybe Rayasi did end up getting the arm stuck behind it. It's going to be an interesting one. Yellow card as well. Says Louis. So, yeah, they might end up going with a yellow card against. Okay, they've just said that his arm gets stuck behind the goal player. So, hence, he didn't quite get it through. And also, we've got there. What a tough guy. As I said, Nazi Williams. Yeah, Richard Kahui knocked out. That one, not ideal for him, but it could be worse. He could be Santa. You know. Hey, look at Santa, says Matthew. You know, mate. Hope you're doing well. I am currently wondering about life decisions, to be honest, but seems like a decent idea. Why is it Richard's last game with the Force due to the age side of things? And actually, not just him, Jeremy Thrush, and also it will be Greg Holmes, who could be the other player who does end up retiring at the end of this game if they don't make it through to the playoffs, that is. And got to watch that neck injury, Mr. Kahui in there. And also we have got there who's getting yellow. No one at all. It could have been Duplessis Karefi, but they do end up now going for the scrum feed, and it is going to be in favour of the Western Force, who actually have been looking like probably one of the more decent sides at this point in time in the early stages of this match. And also, so you're saying 36 is old, and there as well, says Robert. It depends on how you look at it. You're only as old as you feel. Richard Kahui, he's still running around like he's a young whippersnapper just out of the womb. So I don't think he minds too much being 36, as he's currently looking very good at it. And anyway, the Force have until 10 p.m. Western Australia side to decide their playoff fate, meaning a 2 a.m. finish for me, says Sammy Sizer. And there as well. And also, but we're making to our show. There's Brandon there. And also, we have got there. We're going to be there soon. And also, we have got there Do One News because they are episode 1 and 4. Or sorry, 3 and 4. And also, we get there. Lucky Bloomin' Canes. There's John there. Right, they're just going to be having a quick little check of this one by the looks of it. Stay off your knees. That's the information I'm getting, is the comment from Angus Gardner. Interesting choice. But currently the Western Force, they are actually $3.40 underdogs, I do see. And also, you with me, my son, says Tesla there. I believe he is. But Tesla, what were you drinking out of curiosity? Was it some sort of beer, whiskey, liquor, wine, other things that you can drink, vodka, all those ones? I'm only 3 years younger than Richard. And as well, says Robert, that is going to be the penalty against Owen Franks, and because of it, the Western Force could end up taking themselves a nice easy 3 out in front of the posts here. It looks like Ian Bry will be going for the 3 here. Okay, Dane Coles is just telling Owen Franks that penalty shouldn't have gone against him, but at the end of the day, I think he did end up, he did go down. As I just quiet down and pissed off. It also, we're the same age, matey. And yeah. And also, birthday's very similar because, Gareth, your birthday was on the 22nd or the 23rd, 22nd over here. I think it was 22nd over there, wasn't it? And then Roberts was actually only on Thursday, a couple of days ago. Now, here we go. That one's gone over from Ian Pryor. Now the score is going to be 3-0 in favour of the Western Force. They are still favourites in this match, or actually underdogs, sorry, $3.40 underdogs for them. And Kenya is getting a little bit of a hiding from Argentina at the moment, with the score sitting decently in the Argentines' favour. There we go. We will go like this. We'll go like this as well, but now it's going to be in the hands of Fergus Lee Warner. And the Western Force, they have to play for everything that they possibly can here. They want to get Jeremy Thrush out there a couple more times. But if they lose this game, his Super Rugby career is going to be over. I'll run the hard. Hurricanes got this one back on the halfway line now. Brayden Aosi going to get that opportunity. In fact, it's Josh Morby in Hurricanes halftime. Here's Francisco there, and also, and I can't play rugby anymore. And also, I think Jeff Wilson will be watching this game with keen eyes. Certainly will be. And also, we have got there, what do you mean? Says a Brandon there. And also, we have got there, see, I do have a nice sight. That is very true. That's because you see on Santa, isn't it? You just want some presents. I think that's what's going on here. You don't want to be on the naughty list. It's now going to be Billy Proctor. Duplessis Karefi off to Dane Coles. Cuts on the inside, trying to break through the tackle. And currently, it seems like the Hurricanes starting to get some good front foot ball. It's going to be the penalty, though. Oh, so you were weeding, Brandon. And as well, that sounds like a double blow of the whistle. And this might be a yellow card. Cynical. Jeremy Thrush now off the field. The thing is, that is 2 out of the 3 who might be retiring at the end of this game, as New Zealand played another game yet centre. They played Australia earlier and just beat them, says John. We talking rugby? Oh, no, sorry. We're talking sevens, aren't we? Sorry, my brain's a bit slow, isn't it? It's this hat, it's too tight. And I think Serge AK supporting the Force. He certainly probably is. Although, actually, depends, really, because does he want revenge or does he want to just beat them again? You know, it all comes down to what they decide. But New Zealand, their next game is up against Canada in 2.5 hours or 2 hours 4 time. But they were able to beat France 36 points to 7. So a nice, comfortable win there. Yeah, true. I do want Presence Daddy Claus. Please don't call me Daddy Claus. It also wouldn't worry about the sevens when the big guns and upcoming teams are having a ball. Says Sammy Souza. And also, I might come down to Landers game tomorrow. Here's Patty. And also go hard against and also the rugby sevens. Says Robert. So their next game is up against Canada at 2:24, but they've got 2 wins. So I'd like to think that they will be able to make their way through. Let's go Canes, do our city proud. And also we've got their summoners are going to get in love. And I also to see if I have Do Blue here. Says Patty. Nicely done. Once again, now it will be the Hurricanes on attack. Sangster at number 5 for this game. Now flinging past. I don't think Balin Sullivan was close or supposed to take that one. And speaking of the sevens, what is it? Or where is it held? It's actually London sevens. So it's still going to be the middle of the night for ourselves, unfortunately. And also if the Force win and Rebels win, the breakdown will be very entertaining tomorrow. It looks like a bit of push and shove here between the two sides. Dane Coles has not given up the ball, which in sevens would have been a yellow card, but luckily for him, he is all right. And also, we're there. Speaking of the sevens, where's the held? And also, Merry Christmas, Santa. Merry Christmas to you too, mate. Got me bubble. Here we go. It's all happy around the North Pole. North Pole's probably about the same temperature as we're sitting here. It's currently 5 degrees. Not too nice. And we killed France. We did. And Daddy Claus wants all the naughty girls' names. Says Gareth, this is becoming an OnlyFans situation, isn't it? It's quite the storyline. Got to seal up my clothing a little bit more. And I was like, also just unlucky, but proud to use Wanavalo, or no, sorry, Wananaval. And then, are you going to watch the shows this week? Amy says, Brandon, I will try my best, but like I always say, it's very tough squeezing in YouTube, kind of watching, because definitely with the sevens, when I'm up all night, I normally sleep during the day, which I know is something you wouldn't normally hear Santa say. Normally, he gets all the elves to do the work, but for myself, there is editing at all hours of the morning. And I've actually got a bit of a surprise for you guys on the Champions Cup live stream. We're just going to be a guest for the last kind of 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even the last half of that match, while we are doing a crossover with the sevens as well. Now kicked him behind from Jake Strawn. Doesn't work out. Now Salisi Rayasi. So hang on to that one. Kick downfield. Close to the touchline. And it does bounce out. Good kick. And also, so have you got your Xmas ready? So we can tell you our presents for Xmas. I have not got it on me, unfortunately. I think someone stole my list. So they won't be getting any presents, will they? But I'll try and find it at some stage. And also, Hamish, you're an awesome dude, says Matthew. Like, well, appreciate you, mate. I mean, I don't know of many people who would wear a Santa costume in May, in the middle of the year. And g'day, hello, Xavier. How you going, mate? Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. You'll be excited for this game. You'll be hoping that you do get to see another Australian side through, or are you more of a Hurricanes guy than a Western Force guy? Do let me know. I gave you a chance, bro, but you stuffed it. And also we have got there, and yeah, thanks, France, would be tough Santa Claus. But they won. That's good. If you clap, it's called Santa applause. There you go. There's one. Just the one. And also we have got there in the chat a little bit earlier on things. Not surprising, it's morning glory down here below the equator with the time zone. And also Daddy Claus wants to open up, doesn't he? There's, oh, and also we got the laughing face from Gareth. And also we have got in the chat, wait, are you still put the Santa suit on? Yeah, just thought, why not really? And also it's actually quite warm. So it seemed like a good idea. I mean, I don't know if it was a good idea, to be honest, but still, it seems like it's bringing joy and happiness to Tim Anstey, who's just been able to steal that ball. And also, we've got the going to watch the shows, Robert, and also we've got the he's gone and tried my best, and also nice job, Betty. I just needs to give you a pay rise, Says Robert, he can have a 5% pay increase on top of 0, which means 0, unfortunately, but one day. And now Manasa Mataele tries to step through and be dragged down nicely. 20 metres out, Western Force now looking to attack again. And also, I've got there, it's a great idea, says Hex. It is. Like, it's all strategic. You know, I wouldn't, you think I would wear this for a laugh. You know, you think I wouldn't, you think I'd wear it to bed? You'd be right. It's quite cozy. I don't wear it to bed. That would be a bit over the top. Wouldn't be a bad idea, though. I might do that. So on stage, it also we've got there. And it wasn't, won't even need to watch the London Sevens with the Morning Glory since I'm shutting down right now. So yes, Sammy Sizer, but yeah, we've got a couple matches later on tonight. Some people may be sleeping. It is completely understandable. We had a big game or a big day of Super Rugby indeed. Now currently hanging on to this one. It is going to be the advantage to the Western Force once again. Rijan Pasatoa finds the offload. Oh, trying to leapfrog his teammate there, I believe. It was Anstey. Now Pryor, a lot of pressure on him. For the penalty. And it's now going to be... He's getting in the way. There's TJ Perenana, and Angus Garner pretty much said, you talk to me like that again and you're going to get penalised. And also we got there, Blues win, says Arlo. They did indeed. I want to get that drop kick in the final moments of the game. 2 weeks in a row, they've been able to do so. It all rhymes. As I'll say it, was working for start. And there, as I says, Betty. Okay, so they're saying that maybe, I mean, it's probably a quite lucky penalty for them there. And also we've got there Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. at Premium. And also just don't go to sleep on stream. None of us can wake you. That's very true. And I don't know how you would wake me. Maybe through Discord. You just have to spam ring the group. And eventually maybe, although if I tip my head forward, it's probably going to slide off, isn't it? That's why I got the bobble just up here. Well, that's physics, isn't it? How's that working? Pryor's missed. He's hit the post, and it's bounced back out. Taken nicely by the Western Force, so only a few minutes out, and that was Tim Anstey. Now Pryor looks off to the right-hand side. Kyle Goldwyn tries to step. He's going to be wrestled backwards, and a great tackle by Blackwell, and that becomes the penalty as well. I was like, hey, Hamish, how's it going? Well, I've been better. No, not too bad. Overall, plenty of rugby on. But yeah, I hope you are going well as well. Currently, I am Santa. Seemed like a good idea at the time. And also there, Hamish has a morning glory now. Says Gareth and also there. Well, I know Hamish house. I can go there and wake him up. And this is Petty. There you go. I feel like wearing a hoodie with Santa's suit would kind of look like a bit swag, but I won't do it yet. I'll probably do it at halftime and just make sure he answers the door. And if Santa's deers go blind, are they called no ideas? Maybe. If they have no legs alongside that, are they called still no ideas? Sorry, that was one from school. Overall, I feel bad for deers with no legs, to be fair. Like, I guess you could put them on a skateboard, but it just wouldn't be the same as running for those deers, because like deers, definitely you need off-road wheels. And also look at Hamish slaying the stream. As well, says Matthew Dixon, and also we've got that our window would be better since it's close, says Paddy. Now dropped. Oh, picked up, no. Yep, they still got that one. And now everyone facing backwards. Pori Rackety Stone starts to attack. Try a pink G-string over the bants, or over the bants. Over the pants. Could do. Maybe. You know, see how it goes. I mean, I currently got some pineapple socks on, which look pretty fancy. You know, nothing wrong with it. My foot almost disappears, but as you can see there, some clean old pineapples. I think I've just done a hammy. I don't move much. I am Santa. Now Tim Anstey, great run. 2 meters out from the line. Rolling, not quite able to get over the line. Now Byron Ralston shut down around the side of the breakdown. This looks like a good opportunity for the Western Force now. Now past, Manasa Mataele slips and falls, and now it's back for the penalty. And that's a secure man, Hamish. And also, what's the score between the Blitzboks and Ireland at the moment? In that matchup, one moment. It is still sitting 0-0 between the two sides, but I will keep you informed of what is happening. And also, we have got there 13 straight wins. Please, everyone, here, enjoy the Blues victory. And let's know eyes and no balls. Still no effing idea. And why can't Santa drive? Because it's Hamish. Cheers. Yep. Hey, Billy. Merry Christmas. And my cat's here now. He's going, what is this kid on? And also, we have got there. Now, window would be better. Yeah. That was close for the Western Force, but they're just short and definitely something for Hamish, although his rambling brain will keep him wide awake, no worries. Yeah. As long as you're saying words, you are awake unless you're sleep talking. You know, and Billy Meow. Hey, he's turning around and he's coming back. He understood you. Hello. What's happening? What you up to? Are you a reindeer? What you doing? Everyone will think that I've been drinking, won't they? I haven't been. If I had been, I'll probably be asleep right now. But now Pryor kicks that one over, and the score now becomes 6-0 in favour of the Western Force. Hello. He's just chilling. At the moment, he's going, the fire's not lit. Why is it not lit? But that's because I'm warm, because I'm wearing my Santa costume. You know when teachers look at you like that, how they cross their arms and go like that, and you just think that you're about to get shot or like stabbed by a teacher? They just look angry at you, and then it's like you were talking. And I was like, yeah, he always drinks. Nah. Only on days that end with day. And I was like, why are you banning me? I got banned. I thought you said you would help me. You liar. That's all you're at. Hello, Billy. Currently now, it's kicked into touch. Nicely done. 19 meters into this game. And also want Hurricanes to be in the final to rematch the Blues. That would be a pretty awesome one, as they are the only side who have been able to beat the Blues at this point in time. And that Santa Costa is keeping the yawning at bay at least, says Sammy Sosa, and also well, Matt Nobby. And also come on the Canes, says James there. But currently now sitting just outside of the 22. It's going to be Owen Franks. Another advantage going the way of the Hurricanes. And they do get the penalty. And the Hurricanes classic slow starters, that is always a good thing unless they finish strong. And also we have got there, yes, it is. A bit recent, wasn't it, unfortunately, for that one. I think the worst thing, well, I don't even know what the worst thing was. I know that a kid tried to kick a teacher at our school because a kid threw up on the desk and she didn't want to sit back down even though she was like 4 desks away, so she kicked the teacher. That's about all we got. Small town. Nothing really happens. And also, Billy needs antlers. He does. I have got some antlers somewhere. Great opportunity, though, for the Hurricanes. Try and drive themselves just a little bit further forward. I got these. There you go. Merry Christmas. I don't regret a thing. Now, Duplessis Karefi, he was very close to the line. Now, the Hurricanes, Owen Franks, has got this ball available for him. Now waiting for it once again. DJ Perenata goes off to Braden IOC. Hanging on to it a little bit longer for the Hurricanes. Wide cut out pass goes out to Josh Morby. 3 fends and a dive, and he scores the try there, Josh Morby. I think it's the Christmas antlers. And also we've got there, they finish strong as a must. And also we have got there, awesome, says James. And also we have got there, the finish strong as a must if they want to win. 'Tis indeed. And Dane Coles, he's done nicely there. And we will go like this. And it's going to be the first try of the match scored. Hurricanes try scorers. There we go. It was none other than Josh Morby. He's playing extremely well. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the starting lineup for next week, because he has certainly been looking the goods throughout the early stages of the Super Rugby competition. And also 7-0 for the Blitzboks, says Pride Dragon. They are indeed, although Ireland just scoring, I do see. Now with that try, Jordan Conroy in the second half. And who's their kicker? Is it Ruben Love? I believe they've actually gone with, I think it will be Aidan Morgan, if I had to guess. But yeah, I think it will be him. And also Ruben's out, says James. Also, man, this guy for real, says Betty. And also we've got her. And then also, hey, Sandra, can I get a Lambo on Christmas watching Sevens and your commentary same time, says Tafatolo. That is definitely something that will get you on the good list or the nice list, is it? Is that what it's called? I mean, How big of a Lambo are you after? I can do remote control cars with the Lamborghini side of things. Maybe not a full-size one, though. We don't have the budget for Santa this year. You know, times have been tough. We can't quite afford to get everyone a Lambo. And same as Geordie, sadly, and Ruben's out. And the cat needs antlers, not you, Hamish, says Robert. I mean, if I tried to put the antlers on my cat, he would probably rip my throat out, which wouldn't be too great on a live stream. Hello. What you up to? He's just chilling at the moment. And also, nice list remote car will do. I will see what I can do. Currently, the cat is attacking my pants. I'm Santa. You're not allowed to do that. You'll get on the naughty list. Now, 22 and a half minutes in. And the Hurricanes, they do have to use this one. It will be kicked high from TJ Perenara, chased hard by, it was Wes Wilson who was cut off there. And where's George Hammy? He will be sleeping at this point in time. It is currently sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. in New Zealand. So he will be sleeping just right at this moment. But he might be around tomorrow for the afternoon game. Maybe. And Hamish, I should get a good gift. Says Paddy there as well. You will get some blue hair dye as your gift. But that's a good bit of work from Josh Morby. Foot race. He's been taken out. He gets back to his feet. And it's taken back. And Lacey just does enough to be able to clean it up there. And also we got the Hurricanes. You're not going to win. And there says Arlo as well. Currently with just a little lead. I should mention that that score should be 7 points to 6. It just hasn't updated. There we go. Now it has updated itself. Ireland are winning their game up against the Blitzboks currently 12 points to 7. If South Africa miss out on the playoff games again, that's going to be huge for them. As it would just be quite disappointing. They were able to beat Argentina though. So that is a promising one. And I also should show you a cat of yours if he leaps up onto your lap. And there. Yeah, at the moment, he's just kind of chilling by the fire, it seems. Did they miss conversion? It was a try A or nah. Yeah, nah, they did get it over. Or it just turned Kiwi. Yeah, nah. But it did end up going. So, I mean, Daddy Claus, I am doing good job. So you better, or I come to your house and find a gift for me. And then, so all the naughty people get lumps of coal. I mean, they could, but also, you know, like coal's worth quite a bit in the exchange, like kind of overseas market now. So quite valuable. Well, themselves, like we're better off giving them something that they can't really use. So such as if they were in town, giving them a bag of horse manure. Because that way, at least they know that they like made a mistake. Whereas coal, they could use, start a barbecue, something like that. Some people have coal burners. They could make a train powered. So you're better off giving them some shit so that they can't do anything with it other than fertilize their gardens. And yeah, the score was late to update. And then I also give Fishman a fish. There's a pity there as well. They're currently now rolling maul. Starting to open up for the Western Force here. Not around the side. They aren't allowed to go in through. Uh-oh, everyone's fallen down. Okay, they're back up, and Jeremy Thrushy is still on his feet here. Puppy Claws, maybe an empty Fanta can. That would be insult to injury, but a good idea. Now kicking downfield. Waiting for this one taken nicely by Josh Morby on the halfway line currently. In fact, it's Wes Wilson. I keep on saying Josh Morby because he just seems to be everywhere at the moment. Stolen nicely and brilliantly done by, I believe, Jackson Pugh. Just went straight over the top and was able to secure that one. So currently in the second half between Ireland and South Africa, it is 12 points to 7 in that game. So if South Africa can score themselves a late try, they will be able to get themselves the win. But they do need to stop Ireland from being able to score any more points. Hello, you want to come up and see Santa, do you? He likes the foul. Oh, he's just dribbled on it. Come on. Coming up. Up you come. No, don't attack me. It's just I'm tapping so that you know where to go. He's sniffing out Santa at the moment. He doesn't trust the Santa costume. Morning glory must be affecting your scoreboard too. Says somebody says that also we have got there. So what's been the highest score this week at the moment? I believe it would be, I think Crusaders Reds, actually. Now that I think about it, although actually no, Fijian draw versus Chiefs was right up there. But the score, Aidan Morgan tries to go through, does sell that dummy ball on the inside. Morby gets another one, and Aidan Morgan is celebrated by his teammate Western Force, getting all the penalties so far. Says James, and that one was brilliantly done by Josh Morby. Able to score it now in the 26th minute. This man has a bright future. Josh Morby has been able to get himself another one there. And also we have got there, where's Gardner from? And as I says, Gareth, I believe he's Australian. if I'm not wrong, Angus Gardner. I'm not too sure of the region though and how old's Billy. He is currently, I believe he's 17. So he's quite ancient when it comes to cat years. And also Sharks come on against and bring Billy on cam. He misses, or misses wants to meet Bills. And there says Tesla, he might come up. Normally if you try and pick it up, he'll just go back down straight away. So you got to try and entice him that it's a good idea. He's just staring over there at the moment. And I was a Daddy Claus Betty asking for a gift. Are you going to oblige? Well, that will depend on what the gift is. And I'll say, yep, I think we have to wait to see in the Landers game. And also we have got there, Patty, do we have a deal in there as well? And also we have got there, bring Billy on. And also Fiji and Roy. And the Chiefs was the highest scoring game, says Robert. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because not only are we Santa, but we've also got a second channel, which is called the Kiwi Lads Sport. Anyone who's not already subscribed to that, be sure to check it out, as we are currently on the road to 900 subscribers. We are 2 subscribers away from the 900. And Santa, where's Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer? Let's chuck him in the hungy, says Nazi Williams. To be fair, I'll turn into Rudolph as soon as my hay fever fires up again, I think. We'll end up with quite the red nose. And over what you said you've done. And then gone instantly, says Garrett. Also, we look at their Rebels might beat the Landers. And yeah, there's a chance. And we will have to wait and see how it does end up going. The good news for the Highlanders, though, is if the Hurricanes are able to win this game, they don't have to worry about the result of that game, the Highlanders and the Rebels, because they will have already secured themselves a spot in the quarterfinal. Now it will be James Blackwell fires the ball up once again to Pori Rakiti Stones, Perenata back onto the 22, Aiden Morgan, man who helped set up that last try, Josh Morby, loose ball. Salisi Reasi takes it nicely, got the man on the outside, just stays on his feet. And up in the tackle, he is deceptively strong. That is for sure. And what he said to me, he's just gone. There's Betty. Now that one's gone into touch. Currently 29 minutes through. I was like, how's Malaysia, brother? And there says Gareth. And also we have got there. Oh, no, I read that one as well, didn't I? Santa's losing his memory. That's the thing when you're so old. How old is Santa? He'd be up there. He's at least 12, isn't he? Yeah. There we go. My hat is back upright. Now we'll be passed back across Ian Pryor, Pasatoa, with the quick hands for the Western Force. Stolen by Duplessis Karifi. Angus Garner's from Sydney on a second Kiwi Lads channel. Where have I been? Says Matthew Dixon. So pretty much it is the one that we use as either the backup channel or when we want to try out some different sports. We do end up having that one go up on, the Kiwi Lads Sport. So be sure to check that out if you do want to. And we are currently sitting on 899, so almost the 900 over there on the channel. I've just realized that the milestone of that channel, it will be remembered as the time that I was dressed as Santa on the main channel when we were able to bring it up. And I was 1,750 years old. That's Santa's age. He's an old fellow, isn't he? Wait, you coming up, are you? Or you just chilling? I think my cat's just chilling. At the moment, a nice run from Wes Hawson. Once again, the Hurricanes looking to keep more of the possession in the early stages. I think the cat's stuck in their pants. I guess claw is stuck. There we go. He was able to break through that one. That's the thing. These pants, they're quite heavy duty. So as soon as he gets in there, it's hard to get out. And I was looking at that. Santa just got back from a little celebration for the Blues win, says Tama Soali'i. So yeah, hopefully you did celebrate very, very festively, I guess I could say, seeing as it's Christmas. Hopefully you had some eggnog, some burgers and whatnot, or it depends on where you're from. Maybe a roast turkey at the pub could have been a good idea. I don't know many pubs that serve roast turkey. And also, thanks, Brother Gareth, how are you? And as well, but now the Hurricanes once again running forward. TJ Perenata breaking out of the tackle of Pasatoa now around the side. Dane Coles decides to accelerate, finds the pass up to Billy Proctor. He's just shunting out of about 3 tackles, gets back up, goes again. Currently, the Hurricanes only a few meters out from the line, and they are looking to use that back line. Or first of all, though, a big carry from Owen Franks. Does continue to go forward, and also said Landers need to win tomorrow. And then also, what we doing when the Canes win? We running down the street nude in there as well. I don't think that would be a good idea. Definitely not if you dressed as Santa. That could get you some time at the very least. And also go the Canes, says Tama Soali'i. Or sorry, Tama Soali'i. anytime I try and say it too quickly, I end up getting it wrong. And also we have got there 900 on the Kiwi Lad Sports. Santa's got to deliver presence, and Azadi on the field. He is not, and he will actually. Is he coming off the bench for this game? I think Artie Savia. Yes, he is. So he will be coming off the bench in the later stages, and I feel like that's pretty strategic having Artie Savia there. And you should have 900 subscribers now. Here's Matthew. So thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. And yeah, 100 away from the 1,000. That is pretty insane on our second channel. But yeah, we are flying up, and we're not just Santa. For it, we got a couple other disguises. Often, I can dress up as a wizard if I need to, or a sumo wrestler. And also, we got there when I was a kid. I could always tell when he was around. Yep, I can feel his presence, says John. Very well done. Aaron Santa presence. And there's says John, and also we got there Christmas turkey for the win, says Sammy Size. And also we have got there, can you put a highlight on the next message, says Paddy Wagon. I can do. That looks like a bleeding face. Okay. Looks like Feliti Kaitu will have to make his way out onto the field, and also Santa on road to the North Pole. Family Guy episode, and also Malaysian clip Krat still running wild like there's no tomorrow. And as well, says Emma Joy, and also we have got there good things. Clever Krats, yeah, same as here. It's a hard word to say, isn't it? And also we have got there, if the game win by less than 20 points, I will dye my hair blue. There's Paddy there. Currently, Ryan McCauley just getting patched up. And also we have got there, you will need to upload the vid, Paddy, brother. And there says this, and also John Kerwin's going to lap it up again on the breakdown show tomorrow after the Blues win 13 in a row. Yeah. He's going to be loving it. And that's the thing. It's all right as long as they continue to win. Because 13 in a row is absolutely phenomenal. But it sounds terrible to say, but 13 in a row, it means something, but it doesn't mean as much if you don't win the competition alongside it, if that makes sense. It sounds very harsh, but the Blues, they will be looking at nothing less than that final and that championship. That will be what they are going for. Highlight message, Santa. And I just showed pictures. Says Paddy Wagon also. It was nice seeing England choke in the 2019 World Cup finals. Says James Gruden. Yeah, currently France. It's not too far away at all. I feel like this hat defies gravity, doesn't it? It just doesn't sit the way that you would think a Santa hat. Actually, hello, Santa. Says, yeah, g'day, mate. How's it going? Hope you are doing well. Currently, I don't know how to make this sit now. It doesn't look normal anymore. How do you, there we go. That's close enough, isn't it? I was like, yes, 900 gifts from Santa in there as well. Says much joy. 900 would be a lot. That is a joy. Also, that says I'll show a picture. And also, after the last two games, can't see the Blues beating the Crusaders in London Sevens update. New Zealand 36-0 against Fiji. 2 minutes ago in the second half. Says Sailorsi there. So currently, I know that the last game that I did see was the matchup taking place between South Africa and Ireland. Hamish, you being on the bad list and give lots of good presents. If you don't do highlight, message my message about the dye hair bet. And there, although the way that you wrote it, it did say that if I was to do it. So I feel like you're trying to catch me out a little bit there. Just so you know, since we all subbed, you got to deliver 900 presents. Jeez, that's a lot. Delivering 900 would be hard enough. Like, imagine the shipping bill on that. It's like at least probably $4,500. I reckon Rayasi make a decent NRL player. He might end up going out there. And also the under-20 Oceania Cup is being held on the Sunshine Coast in July. Oh, so who's involved in that, Ed? I feel like that was a dumb question, but do let me know all of the teams that are going to be playing in that one. And also, Lowell James, definitely not alone to see England choke. But now that one hasn't found touch, and now 34 minutes through. Going to be Josh Morby now. Nice run forward. Now TJ Perenara passes back across into the hands of Billy Proctor. Now Salisi Rayasi tries to find the offload. He does find Braden Iosi, who pins the ears back. And he's got speed down the wing. And Braden Iosi has been able to score it in the rain in Perth. And also the Irish. And also if the game's win by less than 20, Paddy will dye his hair blue. There you go. And also the lawnmower, a water spout dance move. And there as well, the lawnmower. I haven't heard of the lawnmower. I've heard of the water spout. Is that the one that you go like that, kind of like the sprinkler? Australia, Fiji, Samoa, and Tonga. Also, they're actually doing it as an under-20 as well. And wait, should we send John Dykes Rugby Guru's way? That will go down badly. Says Gareth. Yeah, I don't think he'll thank us for that too much. That one, but Braden Iosi just uses the pace down the wing. Does manage to score the try on the Hurricanes. They score their third now of the match, and it's great to see Brandon Iossi back, as he has been missing for the past few weeks. Doesn't mean that he is going to be able to add another try to his lead and set up Rays. And there's also we have got there 900 subscribers, says Brandon. Also, thanks, mate. Says James there. Remember, Hurricanes going to take Cape of Storms to lose 27-0 to the Stormers there. Yeah, not what they would have been wanting. I'm just going to have a big stretch because I'm Santa. Brett Magilla. Oh, it's out of place currently. I don't know whether you guys can see there's a random lump. That's dangerous. Can't try and yawn and not yawn at the same time. Might have slightly dislocated it. And also, you need to upload the vid, Petty Brother in Australia. Makes a really good punching bag for the Pacific Island teams. And also, how's Perenara playing? He's been playing hot and cold. So he hasn't been too bad in this game, but it's certainly been the back line that have been able to help out just a little bit more. I'm just currently putting my jaw back into place. One moment, ladies and gentlemen. That might have done it. Yep, that should be better. And also let the Rugby Gurus freeze up Himalayan mountains. And also we've got the Jets game started well. What the heck? And also we've got the Pacific Island teams are going to be fire. So awesome, says Matthew Dixon. Currently now Kyle Gorwin. He has been wrestled down just out from the 40-meter line. Rijan Pasatoa. And also we have got the Go Hurricanes from Louis. And also I don't know how I will, says Paddy Wagon. Now still trying to drive. And also low 2:50 a.m. in South Africa. I'm still awake. Says Rishi. Wait, is it actually 2:50 p.m. in South Africa? Would it be Rishi? But Alvin also should get Mrs. Claus to fix your jaw. So I would have to find a Mrs. Claus first. But once I do, you can guarantee I'm buying a matching suit. Maybe not. We'll see how we go. We've got to find a Mrs. Claus first. That's the tricky part, you know. I can buy another suit easy peasy. Shipping, we'll get it here probably tomorrow or the next day. But it's finding someone to wear the suit. That's the difficult life lesson. Ladies and gentlemen, I go Hurricanes. And then also the Force have been had a pretty bad season. And then also finally some tries in the first half in Fiji as well, says Ed Smith. Currently now only 2.5 minutes left in this half. Currently the Hurricanes, they are sitting on 17 points, 2:50 p.m. Says Rishi there. The Murray would have been in there too, if not for the two Irish tests, since they're the perfect sparring team for the Pacific Island teams, and also 17-6. And that's how it certainly is. I think the scoreboard was a little bit slow there, but now it has updated itself. And once again, the Western Force just out from the 5-meter line. Kyle Gold, when he actually made his way onto the field for Richard Kahui, who sadly ended up with the HIA, and I believe he failed it in the process. But now the Western Force, they've got themselves another advantage. Still hanging on to it. Manasa Mateli tries to go around. He's going to have to try and spin out of that tackle. Doesn't quite work out for him now. 5 phases in just before halftime. This could be a perfect opportunity for the Western Force to get themselves just a little bit further back into this contest. Pryor now looking off to the left-hand side. The sling and pass. Could it be a deliberate knockdown? I think it is just going to be the knock-on. Although I thought New Zealand A were coming back. Says Ed Smith there. Now nice run forward. Santiago Medrano has been able to get himself over the line. And the Argentinian international, that is the perfect time to be able to score it. And also get a magic might suit. And you'll find Mrs. Claus like that. Says Tafatolo. I think I have to do some crunches and pull-ups and whatnot first. Overall, that's the thing. Eating all those cookies and drinking all the milk and beer gets you out of shape, doesn't it? Overall. But hope for the best. And wait, what are you wearing? So Xavier, I'm wearing a Santa Claus outfit at the moment. The reason being is because it was a bet for the last live stream, but then I didn't end up with it ending up, I guess, paying out, you could say, for the fact that the Blues were able to score themselves a try. And then I just decided I might as well, since I had it next to me. Or I'd went and got it, actually. If they were, to be fair, it was like, oos. And as I said, Nancy Williams, a Western Force competitor of some very good rugby as a team. Here's MH Joy. And yes, Santiago Marano proven just that. Able to score the first try of the match for the Western Force. Western Force scorers. Oh, hang on. Plot twist. Did Santiago Medrano have separation in that one? Of course, he'll be hoping he didn't, but there's a chance that there could have been some form of separation between the two. They had a look. They were all right with it. And now we have also got their Let's Go Force, and round is a shape. That is very true. And also we've got the, if the Canes lose, wonder who they'll play in the quarterfinals. So if they lose this match due to the Waratahs, they did get themselves the bonus point. One moment. I'll just go quickly here to my old table. I've kept it the same throughout the whole thing just so that I can do the maths from the get-go. So the Waratahs, they got themselves a bonus point. So no matter what, the Hurricanes, they will be finishing in 5th. So they will be taking on the Brumbies. If they end up losing this game, if they end up winning this game, though, they will be taking on the Brumbies. So I think no matter what, they have to take on the Brumbies now that I think about it. If I'm not wrong, but that is going to be halftime now between the two sides, and it is 13 points to 17. And final score, I reckon, Hurricanes 36-27. And also we have got that Tawhatolo to Mrs. Claus for Hamish Claus. And there's us mates join. Also we've got that Come On Blues. Get a try before halftime. Oh, the Hurricanes, I assume that is that one. And also we've got that Hamish, you are slow. I'm on that already. Wait, what's happening? For the try or the halftime, maybe. Oh, the Brumbies in there as well. There we go. Straight up and down. That's literally magic. It looks like Mrs. Claus has told Santa quite a good bit of foreplay. Is that too inappropriate? We are currently sitting 12:54. I feel like it's all right for a late night joke. And of course, talking about before the rugby game does take place, Mrs. Claus was like, "Oi, go get him," and that's what Santa did. And also we have got there in the chat, at least the original AU3 are in the knockout stages, says Sammy Soza. So yeah, we are going to get to see the Reds, we are going to get to see the Brumbies, and we are going to get to see the Waratahs in those playoff games. But currently sitting halftime in this match, I think my cat wants fed. Is the door closed? It is. Oh, I see why he was so, I guess you could say, restless, because the door is closed. So what I will very quickly do, ladies and gentlemen, I will quickly go and let my cat out of the lounge, and I will be back in a very short moment. I thought that would work better in my head. Wait up. It's got to work. No, hang on. There we go. We are back. Hello, everyone. And also, we over there. I mean, Daddy Claus, if you continue to be good, you can get some girls. There you go. That sounds dodgy, but you know. Currently, I believe the second half should be over by 150 at a guess. And the reason I say that is because Samoa are going to be taking on Scotland at 150. And I was initially going to be doing a live stream for that matchup. And with the fact that this game seems to be ticking along quite nicely, I think I will be able to. Anyone got a spare KFC Bleece? What's a Bleece? Yeah, I also got the cloak from Harry Potter, I see. Says, dude, I'm perfect. I do. So that might be another day's live stream, perhaps. Do we end up dressing up for that one as well? And also, we have got the Shane Billy needs to do an amber. And there, yeah, I think he has gone outside now. And he will be dealing with the business rather than on the bed. And also, dear Santa, I want $1 million, as well, says Nathan. But the thing is, Nathan, will you put it all on a game? You know, we don't want to see that money all disappearing because you back the Highlanders to win by 50 plus. You know, we want it to be, invested wisely, which is quite hard to do nowadays, definitely because crypto will hit the fan, didn't it? And then actually one Baby Claus comes. Once Baby Claus comes, there'll be no more live streaming. Daddy Claus busy changing diapers. That is true. You know, does Santa have children other than his elves? Like, are the elves actually his children? Which kind of seems like child labor, which would be wrong. So I don't think they are. I think he's just found random children. It's actually really dark when you think about it for Santa, isn't it? And we don't use the letter P in the islands. It's replaced with B And there as well. Oh, I see. I mean, I could go for some KFC. As the ad says, now's good, but unfortunately it's not good now because they're closed here in New Zealand because we are sadly middle of the night. It's probably open in the bigger regions now that I think about it, but just not this region that I do live in. But currently halftime between these two sides, ladies and gentlemen. What I am quickly doing is setting up that next live stream that we are going to be doing on the channel, and that will be the matchup taking place between the Manu Samoa boys and also Scotland. So we'll go like this, and we will go like this. They're actually talking about the fact that the Western Force are also leaving their coach or losing their coach at the end of the season. So this is huge for them. Like, they have got a huge amount of changes that will be coming up in the near future. But currently, we'll look through some stats as well for this match. I believe the way that it sits, the Hurricanes, no surprises there. They are favourites going into the second half. And also, we've got the Canino explaining NFTs, like people are selling memes now. It's a weird one. I don't really understand it, but there seems to be a lot of money in it if you get it right. If you're not good at it, though, like, you end up losing a lot of money, I would think. Like, you buy something that's limited edition, then you sell it for more because they couldn't sell it themselves, or they want their people or their supporters to get money for it. And also, we've got there, I got some leftover noodles. Uber it to you. Oh, keen. Very keen. I once sent 12 cookies to Isaac's house from Uber. He was thankful. It was actually while he was sick, so he woke up, or he didn't really wake up, but he was up, and all of a sudden the door knocked, and he was actually expecting someone else at the door, which worked perfectly for me because then there was just a bag of cookies there. And also, do you think this game will go over 8.5 tries or go over 63.5? So I assume that is for some sort of bet, isn't it? Now, the thing is, first of all, betting advice, don't take advice from someone dressed as Santa, because he's probably going to be wrong. But I would say we see less than 8.5 tries in this match, but there's a good chance that they could go more. So I believe that's between the two sides, isn't it? But I think less, it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's kind of that middle one, and girls like sugar daddies too. If you got lots of money, well, that is a problem because I do not. And cheers, sweet. In there as well, thanks, man. Is that actually your address, Nazi Williams? Because that is a very risky thing to do, putting the address on the onlines. Yeah, currently just waiting for the second half. There's always a long half time, about 20 minutes, somewhere around there. But the next game that we are going to be covering on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, will be kicking off at 1:50 a.m. and that will be the game between Samoa and Scotland. That is if the second half runs smoothly. If it doesn't, we're going to be in trouble and probably going to end up with an overlap or two, which isn't what we want. We want to be able to cover that game as soon as it starts, and that will be at 1:50 a.m. New Zealand time, and that will be actually the only game that we've got for a little while with the sevens up until later on. And I'm also sending it from Melbourne, sorry for delay. Says Nathan there, and also we got they come and put Adi Savia on already. And how about Cougar? Lots of money too, says mate Troy. Liking the way you think and going with the other end type thing. I mean, I don't know whether or not I've got any of those like kind of knocking down the door at this point in time. Fingers crossed, I guess, maybe one day. We will go like that. I guess you guys are probably confused at why I'm looking over there just clicking random buttons, but it will make sense in a very short moment. Maybe, but maybe not at the same time. And yet also, I'm looking for a Cougar, says MH Joy. Maybe we'll start an app. Rather than Tinder, it's just called Cougar. There you go. Don't trademark that. It's mine. It's gonna blow up. There'll be random stuff happening. Everyone will think that I've been drinking. I haven't been. It's just warm in it. And also tag me in MH Joy. Says Tafatola. It sounds like it's a service that the lads need. It sounds like something that's important. Hamish, just no help. I mean, my mum's married, so I don't think I'd go there. And when you blow up Hamish, I get all the chicks, says Nazi Williams. I mean, I've got a blow-up friend, and his name is Kieran, but I don't think that's quite the blow-up that you're talking about, is it? And they wanted to also, hey, mate, it's my birthday. Also, nice outfit. Happy birthday, mate. Hope you do enjoy your day. And, yeah, I guess that's the thing. We're in the wrong season, I guess you could say, rather than the birthday season. We're in the festive season, but hopefully you do have a good day James Gordon, and do enjoy what you are going to be doing. Have you got any plans for your birthday? Do let me know. Only 4 points difference between these two sides, which will make them relatively nervous going into the second half, as it could possibly go either way in the next little stage. But at the moment, they are just interviewing. They are saying that they're going to be playing up against the Chiefs. Okay, the Waratahs, they will now be playing the Chiefs, I believe, is the comment that they have made. So the semi-finals and the quarterfinals are actually starting to make sense. That's our secrets coming out now. Hamish says Nazi Williams, and also we've got their chicks or Aussie chicks like their Kiwi blokes. It's true, says John. And also we've got they were going drift cars and gondolas. Nice one. And also where's your suit and tie, Hamish? It is coming out on a very special occasion, which is going to be one of the finals. I've decided that that's going to be the time to whip out the suit and tie. It's been a while though, to be honest. I think it's been like 6 months since I last wore it. It was probably around October or somewhere around there. Oz chicks are okay till they start talking, says Nazi Williams. It's a shame, isn't it? As there are more viewers when you host Blues, Hamish, says Nathan. Yeah. Oops. And also the fact that it is 1 a.m. here in New Zealand. I think some people have probably gone to bed, but that is fine. Overall, like that's the thing. Sometimes it's the quieter ones that are actually more fun because we get a little bit more of a chance. Like we talked about Santa. We talked about KFC, which now I'm really wanting, but I can't get it. And then also we have talked about some other random stuff throughout the live stream as well. So I feel like it's all fun and games at this time of the night. You never know what you're going to get, like a box of chocolates, as Forrest Gump would say, just in a different order. Also, we got there. I played GTA Online for the first time as well. Here's James Gordon. But yeah, anyway, wait, first time? Okay. How did you find it? Did you get shot by someone just straight away? Because that is normally how my GTA career goes. I pretty much just end up with some random person driving over me with a bus. Seems to be the way to go. One moment, we will go like this. And we will go like this as well. I'm just very quickly going to do this. And Blitzbox have beaten Ireland 19 points to 12. Yep, they were able to get themselves the win, which is very handy because at the end of the day, every win in that group will be absolutely crucial for them. Can the Highlanders win today? I think so. But I think it depends on the pressure, or like a bet that's dying here blue. And there as well. And also we have got there, well, I did have GTA in 2020, but I got lost. And also I hooked up with an Aussie bird and we went to her house. I slept with her, woke up in the morning, had sex, and then she said, I got a surprise, and we was at her parents' house. Nice. Did you enjoy a good breakfast with them? Thin walls? No. Close bedrooms? Hopefully not for yourself, but I guess it's one of those ones. If you're at home, strategic. She was a keeper, John, because of the fact that she was able to manage her finances. You know, maybe sleeping on the first date might have been an interesting choice, depending on the circumstances. What's the squad like for the Highlanders, says Jeffrey. One moment. I will go like this, and we will go like this. I've actually got it here somewhere. I'll go like that. They're away from home, aren't they? There we go. And, oh, no one more. We go like this, and go like this, and like this, and then like this, and then we wait, and then it loads, and then it loads again, and there you go. That's the lineup for the Highlanders in this match. And also love Batty and Blue here too. And also they made breakfast and I still have my All Blacks jersey on. Did the All Blacks, did you at any chance watch an All Blacks game? And if so, did the All Blacks win? And I made $200,000. So I just went on a spending spree. My character's joining the lost and damned, by the way, says James Gordon. So that's the thing. When I end up with money on GTA, I end up buying the stupidest stuff. And I feel like that's similar to myself in real life, although luckily I have got a little bit more money management in real life compared to GTA. Who wins the Heineken Cup today? Leinster favourite, says Porter. I think Leinster take it. Like, even though it's in France, Leinster are just a different beast when it comes to finals footy. I can't wait. We are actually going to be covering that game on the channel. We haven't set the live stream up just as of yet, but it is going to be coming up in a very short moment. Is it a full strength team? Relatively, although a couple missing names in there. But mainly due to injury or suspension, in fact. So it's a decent side. They still come in as favourites for that match, but you never know how it goes until we get to see what happens in this game. Because I think depending on this game, you might see more pressure on them or you may see less pressure. And also, I only like buying clothes. And there says James Gordon. And yeah, as well. And also we've got their Leinster has everything to play for a win. Says Emma Choi, exactly right. They want to add another Champions Cup to their arsenal. They've got quite a few already. Cabinet will be getting heavy, I would think. And you've got to team up with me on GTA Xbox. I'll run heist and make us all rich. Says Tesla there. And also, no, I just swore an AB stop because I was in Aussie. Ah, I see. Were they also New Zealanders? Marty Banks. And as I says, Nathan, but now this game about to get back underway, and it is absolutely pouring down by the sounds of it now for these two sides. So it's a bit unfortunate that the rain is going to be playing up. And also, what is the home team like against the Highlanders? Says Jeffrey, one moment. I will go like this. And also we have got, is Julian Savia playing? He is not. He is missing from this game. Instead, they have got Artie Savia. He will be coming off the bench in the later stages. And this is the lineup for the Rebels, Jeffrey. There we go. So they've got a pretty decent side that they have decided to put out for this match in Townsville, says John. And also, my sister says, you're one sexy Santa. Cheers. I mean, I haven't really got the beard going, though. That's one thing that I've let myself down with. That's going to be slapped down. That's a serious knock-on from Salisi Rayasi. And that might now be a yellow card for Salisi Rayasi. May match the jersey that he's got on because they're going to have to check this one to see if there was an overlap. Checking this one. Okay, they're checking if there's a line break or an overlap there. And they think there might be a yellow card coming for the Hurricanes, and the former Salisi Rayasi might have made quite the mistake there. I see that the game between Samoa and Scotland is starting in 39 and a bit minutes time. And with the clock stopping now, I think there's going to be a bit of an overlap here, which makes me quite nervous. And Barrett playing. So here's Louis there. Geordie Barrett, he is not there. Oh. Okay. They said it's a 2-on-1, and it's going to be Salisi Rayasi now off the field. And let's go Rebels. And Bray, you have Rebels team still up? I do. I was making sure that everyone got to see it. It was on purpose because we hadn't even had a minute of the first half. Or, sorry, the second half. So I decided I could leave it up for a little bit longer. But now they kick for touch here. Okay. They pretty much need to go right through this half without any more stoppages, which isn't going to happen, unfortunately. So we might have to start our Samoa versus Scotland one about 5 minutes into that game, sadly, depending on how it goes. But now Tom Robinson throwing this ball in, taken nicely at the front by Jeremy Thrush. Now waiting for it. Trying to roll this one forward. It's going a little bit wonky at the moment for them. Now wrestling a player down. I think that's Saula May now getting closer now. Andrew Reddy, they've got the advantage as well now. Finding the offload to Pryor. And now slings the wide pass out to Pasatoa. Driving hard. Unable to go through. Looks like another penalty could be coming just around the corner, but flat pass off to Fergus Lee Warner. And get held up. Is New Zealand in the, or is the sevens, or is New Zealand is in the sevens tournament? They are indeed. Jeremy Fush used to play for the Hurricanes. He did indeed. But this might be the end of his career at this point in time, sadly. If the Western Force lose, he is not playing any more games of Super Rugby. Practice Manu's at the pools for a week because they were trashed last day. I wore my AB shorts and they went big. Says it was James Gordon and also Geordie Barrett. I'm going to do a quick one. And also, but my Manus are all right to me. Okay, what are they checking here? Okay, they're going to be taking that one. They were just deciding which penalty they did want to go with there. And now, kicking for the touchline, Rayasi has got them into a little bit of trouble there for the Hurricanes. It was unfortunate because that's the thing. If he gets two hands to it, he could have possibly saved himself a card. And so we got the winners, the Bunnings NPC. It is coming up in one moment. I'm just going to make sure I've got the exact date. It is coming up in 68 days' time. So that will be on the 5th of August as the first round. And that first game will be Manawatu taking on Canterbury. No advantage. Knock on there from the Western Force, and the Hurricanes now, they are going to have themselves a scrum feed, but there was one handling error in the first half from the Hurricanes. Just the two from the Western Force as well. Do you reckon the Rebels can win today or the Highlanders? Oh, it's a tough one because the Rebels played very nicely in their game up against the Chiefs. It depends on this result because if the Highlanders know that they don't really need to win theoretically to keep in the quarterfinals. I think they'll play better than if they've got that pressure of knowing that they've got to try and go through. And also got the mighty Manawatu and also Western Force need better finishing efforts in the second half and also make a break for the Force in the final 40. And Rules can't win today. So here's Xavier round. Also, you think they will tomorrow local time, although I guess depends on where you're from, doesn't it? Are you going to that game, Xavier? As well, I assume you might be heading down for that matchup. That's going to be now. Gold elbow down. Penalty to the Western Force. So that works out for them. And also, yes, I see if Western Force play as a team. And also, my bro asked, are you going to try out on GTA run and gun base? Says Nathan there. And also, we're getting ready. Says Louis there. And 100% will be there. Says Xavier. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how that game does end up going. But currently, the yellow card's still another 6.5 minutes left. And also, imagine if we get a win on Kiwi soil. That's Irish Summer Tour, please God. Says Porter. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the Irish side's looking phenomenal at this point in time. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they won a match by a considerable margin of 10 or more, to be honest, because the Kiwis, we're going to struggle a little bit. Ireland, they're coming in form. They were very close in the Six Nations. That's going to be the try now. And it's the try to the Western Force. Little bit of push and shove here, breaking out. Now, it looks like both sides just trying to absolutely throttle each other in the early stages. Billy Proctor, he's not too happy now. It's Byron Ralston as well. Billy Proctor trying to separate everyone, but he also looks like he's trying to start something. And also get us a live of State of Origin, please, says Tamasoa Soali'i. I think that is actually going to be the plan this year. We are hoping to do a lot more of Rugby League. And, yeah, maybe win a State of Origin, now that I think about it. It must be... it's 10 days away. I thought it was a lot further down the line, to be honest, but it's on Wednesday, then it's on Sunday, then it's on Wednesday. So, yeah, Wednesday night, 10 p.m., I think could be doable, but that will be on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel more than likely that we do end up covering the State of Origin, just because I know that sometimes it can get a little bit difficult with, like, copyright and whatnot. Sometimes, even when you don't use the footage, they will still try and take you down. Sadly, so, yeah, be sure to check out that one. And also, Highlanders 1-12 against the Rebels. And then also we've got the I Can Always Dream, says Porter. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm nervous and I'm a New Zealander. So that should tell you everything you need to know about that one. And also, I accidentally slapped the swimming lesson teacher. How'd you manage that, James? Also, we got there. Anyway, All Blacks going to destroy the Irish lads, says Tesla. Okay, it's going to be a penalty against number 6 on the halfway line, I think they've just mentioned. And also, Eden Park as the holy grail of rugby New Zealand. Rugby won't be an easy place for Ireland to play in. See, Sammy Sizer, because they got one at Eden Park. I feel like that one goes the Kiwis' way. Then the one in Ireland, or not in Ireland, sorry, the one at FMG Stadium, I think could be a little bit closer. And also, yes, Andrew Reddy put Western Force ahead. And there's us, says MH Joy, and also Foster has no answers when it comes to straight northern teams or strong northern teams. And when they put pressure on our line, these teams pressure us and we can't answer. Says John, but like they're saying, a little bit of a drizzle coming down at the moment. Luckily for me, I'm wearing my Santa hat, so I don't feel a thing. And also, I'm in sight. But that is going to be going over. Andrew Reddy doing nicely for the Western Force. Oh, time off again. That's not good, because that means that well, I just repeated, that means twice. But that will mean that we possibly end up with the 7th overlap, and also jet lag will be terrible, says Porter. And I generally want the Force to win just for the added excitement for the Highlanders versus Rebels. That would be pretty awesome to see. Okay, penalty on the halfway against Fergus Lee Warner. So now the the Hurricanes will actually get it back. So it's a cheap shot on Duplessis Karefi, and that really started to bring everyone out. Else Brandon Boyanga, most are going in France. I haven't seen a huge amount of him, but I think he's been, from what I've seen, he's gone all right. I was at 22-17 or 2017. Currently now it is 2017 between the two sides. And I say the Hurricanes would rather play Chiefs instead of the Brumbies as well. Currently the way that the ladder does sit, it would mean that the Western Force, they would be sitting inside of the top 8. And I say the Hurricanes would, oh no, I read that one, didn't I? And also, what was the yellow card on Hurricanes? Rayasi for Hamish. It was pretty much he tried to knock it down, kind of slapped it. But he was trying to half-by catch it, but it was too far behind him, so he got the knock on. And of course, with the rules, if you do end up knocking it on and there's an overlap, you can get yourself a yellow card. And in Liverpool in the Champions League final, that is very true. Coming up a little bit later on tonight against Real Madrid, isn't it? that match. And also 18-17. Score shall now trigger a response from the Hurricanes. Here's MH Choi, but currently the Hurricanes, it looks like they are trying to do just that. Driving 40, Safa Mua close to the touchline. Now TJ Perenara once again goes back across. Waiting for it yet. Now Perenara goes back to Billy Proctor, Reed Princep. No, Caleb Delaney actually. And it's 20-17. There's us, MH Choi, but now wide cut out pass out to Safa Mua, tries to run over the top of Rizan Pasatoa. It's been stolen though by Namasa Mateli. And now kicking it in behind. Now kicking it again. Trying to go past Wes Huson. He kicks another one. Xavier Numia does end up cleaning it up though for the Hurricanes. And thanks, John. And as well as MH Choi. And now charging forward once again for the Hurricanes. Perenara goes back to Proctor. That's a rough pass. Can't speak at the moment. I'm too excited for the next two games. But yeah, that game is taking place tomorrow at 4 p.m. New Zealand time. And that will be the Rebels taking on the Highlanders. We may even have a George for that live stream, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I'm just going to have a quick look, see what I can find. Oopsies. Now it's going to be Duplessis Karifi. It's very nicely driving himself forward. And also it's Joe Powell's 100th game today. I didn't actually know that. So he will be hoping to bring up a milestone win for himself possibly. But now it is going to be TJ Perenara passes it back downfield. Or backwards to Aidan Morgan. Rijan Pasatoa. It's currently a kicking battle between the two sides. Although I see that the scoreboard has completely stopped at the game. So that's a little bit concerning. Someone forgot to turn the time back on. And it's currently 46 minutes and 9 seconds that they have got through. Now Jake Strong kicks it downfield. Looking for the touchline. Aidan Morgan once again taking it. Congratulations to Joe Powell, Wellington Saints, to beat Manawa 2 Jets at the TSB Arena in the Wellington Cells. NBL basketball at 3 p.m. as well, says Jeffrey Falkerd. Now passing it back across. Braden Iosi off to Safa Mua. Ducks under a tackle. Continuing to march forward as well. Now Perenara back to Blackwell. Wrestle down, and also we've got the I'm doing three. Oh, I was doing freestyle and she was beside me, then I accidentally slapped her. I see. And I was like, yes, definitely Manawa 2 Jets suck. And there's us, says John. Now Billy Proctor, the scoreboard is still stuck on what it is. And I believe they should be 50 minutes through this half now, or somewhere around there, rather than sitting at 46 and double drop goal win for the Blues. It was indeed. They keep on doing it at the moment, the Blues. And it seems to be, I guess, their key move at the moment, to be able to go for that last-minute drop kick. Braden Iosi kicks it downfield. It's going to sit up for Braden. Well, in fact, it was Rijan Pasatoa. Now Jake Strawn's got it. Byron Ralston. Little bit of a charge down, partially. And now Josh Morby gets it back. Another partial charge down. Taken nicely, Tom Robertson now in a bit of space. It looks like there's a player down for the Western Force, taken back by Josh Morby. So did clean up his mistake. And now kicks it downfield. Looking for the 50-22. No, it's just outside. Wellington Saints need to win a game, stay away from the bottom of the table. And also we have got their double drop goal. And also Let's Go Stormers, and also Sheila 20 or 19. I think, not sure. Says James Gordon also, how much do you think that Johnny Depp will win this case? I haven't really been following along with it too much. I know that someone mentioned there's 20 days worth to look through. So that's quite a lot for that one. But I think his comment initially was he doesn't care if he wins the case or not. It's more like that he wins over the public, I think, at the very start. I didn't say suck, but they are a young team in the defense. And also we have got there. Why are you Santa? Says Jamie. That is a brilliant question, Jamie. Pretty much the gist of it is there was going to be a forfeit, but then the forfeit ended up going, I guess I managed to win the forfeit, but then I decided I might as well go as Santa anyway, just to get you in the festive spirit. The Force just come back. And as I says James Gordon, but I believe now we're up to 51 minutes through this game. So yeah, it was a little bit behind. And also we have got there, my cousin plays for the NBA. Are they doing all right? And also we well, my hair is going to be blue, I think. Cheers, Patty. But Jeremy Thrush with the big run. And now there's a couple good offloads, but it went backwards initially. But then I think there was another mistake pretty much straight after. Byron Alston on the ground. Good work, actually, in the breakdown from Duplessis Karefi. Unable to be moved. And also come on, Hurricanes. And there as well says it was Johan Rugby. And also a little bit earlier on, we have got from Xavier, are you going to watch the Champions League final live? And there's a Champions League. That is the football side of things, isn't it? Rather than Champions Cup for the rugby, because they're actually both on today, which is a bit confusing. But I am going to be watching the Champions Cup game between La Rochelle and Leinster. And then after that, if I'm still awake and still relatively, I guess, not too tired, I'll probably end up watching Champions League while I am doing a little bit of editing. And the Jets, they also don't play defence. And also we have got their team is cousin in, and also Paddy. Oh, come on, Paddy, do it for the boys. Just a bit of a yawn there. We have got another stoppage in the play. I wonder whether or not the sevens is running behind. I kind of hope that it is a little bit by like 5 minutes. Would be pretty handy. But I don't think it is. I think they are running well at it, or relatively well for the timing. 3 minutes till the game between England and Japan kicks off. 25 minutes till the game between Samoa and Scotland. And we've got another 28 minutes of this game, and Hurricanes just outside 22 dangerous. And anyone seen the school thing in the USA? I have seen the headlines, but I haven't really looked into it too much, as it is a bit of a touchy one. A very sad story on it. But now it's going to be knocked on by Morby. I think the crowd are going to be booing there, because they say that went backwards, or they went forward. Sorry, as Riasi back out. Yeah, he is indeed now. He has got another opportunity to try and prove himself for the last 28 minutes and prove why he should be the side, or in the side, for their quarterfinal fixture. Now, short side, Kyle Godwin, nice run. Manasa Mataeli does join that breakdown to make sure that they hang on to it. Fergus Lee Warner, it kind of looks like they might consider just going for a couple more runs here. Nope, now they go to the pocket. And Rezan Pasatoa is charged down partially, in fact, quite hesitantly, from the Force to take that kick. And also we have got the Jeffrey. And there's Zeme Shoiber, currently 52 minutes through this game. And it seems like it's relatively close, but currently the Fiji versus Spain game, it is sitting at 24 points to 14. The Fiji looking like they will be able to get themselves another win. And then England will be playing Japan, and then Samoa, they are taking on Scotland as the last game that is taking place for a little bit of time. Then it is the Kiwis up against Canada, France versus Australia, South Africa versus Kenya at 3:08 a.m. So we might be considering doing that game. And then also alongside that, a couple more games taking place a little bit later on. Not another shooting in schools over here. USA, I hope, says John. I think there was one a few days ago, which might be what he is referencing possibly. And also Carlton Blues to play or to beat Collingwood in the AFL today, says Jeffrey. And also Hurricanes had a 60% chance of coming back. Magic. And also we've got the Hurricanes, in my opinion, and also we have got the man can't wait when Super Rugby New Zealand teams play each other again. And also it will be interesting to watch this time with them awaken. Cheers, Louis, there. Looks like we've got another stoppage in play. And also while the Highlanders playing, says Gareth, they have got the Rebels tomorrow. If they win that game, they will be taking on the Blues in the quarterfinal. If they lose that game, it will be the Western Force who take on the Blues. That is if the Western Force win this game, though. That is the other kicker. And also we have got their Wednesday next international rugby game for 15s. Says Xavier, I think they've got a few taking place currently for kind of some of those smaller sides in Europe and whatnot. But the next international one that I've got on my schedule as like the big game, if we're not including women's internationals, because they are actually taking place in about 8 days' time. If we're not counting women's internationals, it's in 20 days' time, and it is Japan versus Uruguay. Then in 22 days, England versus the Barbarians. And then 27 days, it is Japan versus Uruguay. And then New Zealand Māori versus Ireland is another match that is coming up in 30 days' time. And also we've got the Mexican 18-year-old kid. And as I says, John, and also we have got there, I'm going to head to sleep later, mate, says James Gordon. We will see you later on. And now Salisi Rayasi. Now with the cut on the inside, Aidan Morgan gets close to the touchdown. And also did you have the passing of Kenny McFadden? Hamish as well, says Jeffrey. That will depend on who Kenny McFadden is. I know that someone was mentioning a different name earlier on, but I don't think it was Kenny McFadden. A moment, I'm going to look up American basketball player. No, I hadn't heard about that one. So when did he pass away? Was it earlier today or somewhere around there? And also forced at 9th and can't make the finals. Hamish says Xavier Brown. Plot twist. If they manage to win this game and the Highlanders lose their game up against the Rebels, then it will mean that the Western Force will be up into the top 8. This is how these two sides sit. So all the Western Force need is a win here. If they win, they knock the Highlanders out of the top 8, and the Highlanders rely on that game up against the Rebels to be able to get themselves back into the quarterfinal game. So it's going to be tricky on the basketball from Wellington. And there's about a few months ago, says Jeffrey Fockert there. RBI, I hadn't actually heard about that one. And also, Hamish, this is random, but do you still remember the glory days of the Bulls in Super Rugby 2009 and 10? It was quite a wee while ago. I'm trying to work out when the last time, or like when I started watching Super Rugby initially, and then when I kind of went off it for a bit and then came back to it. But I think I did see a little bit of the Bulls being pretty dominant. And that's the thing. They'd love to be able to get back to that stage in the URC, that is for sure. And also we have got there, now a while back now, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and come on Hurricanes. There's Louis there now. Xavier Numia passes up. But yeah, pretty much if the Hurricanes win this game, then that has secured the top 8. If not, then it is going to be a few. I'd also say no Hamish. And there as well, says Gareth. And also we have got there, Brumbies may have lost tonight, but the Force will win right now, says Craig. So yeah, if they do end up winning, they are in the top 8, and maybe we get to see one more performance from Jeremy Thrush and his lads, like Greg Holmes. Maybe not Richard Kahu because he took a head knock, which is not really what you want. Yeah, I'll definitely be in for your next rugby match. Just letting you know, see you as well, says James. So we will see you later on, mate. Currently now, DJ Perenata passes it back across. Now Aidan Morgan, one more pass up to Balin Sullivan and also the stream. But Hamish, you were at least aware of that Bulls were bloody dominant at one stage. They have had a very good run in the past, the Bulls. And yeah, if they can get back to that stage in the URC, they're going to really be able to challenge the likes of Leinster, Ulster. I mean, at the end of the day, they're in the quarterfinals, and see you later, Islanders. So here's Craig on there as well. And also we have got there, who will the Hurricanes play next week, says Jeffrey. So next week, the Hurricanes, they have booked themselves a date with the Brumbies, whether they win or lose this game. And Kenny used to train Stephen Adams in Wellington, but Kenny American, who played for Wellington in the 1990s or maybe 1980s. Do you remember when the Chiefs won it in 2012 and 2013? So here's Louis, and they'd love to be able to add another name to that one, and that would be 2022. That's going back for another penalty now. Double lower the whistle. And also, Canes need to start scoring now on time here, blue. And also, man, Australian teams are one of the worst in the world, says Hanley Neal. For that one. Well, Hanley Neal, in fact, it is, sorry. But yeah, not what they will be wanting at this stage, although saying that 3 sides inside of the top 8 is probably pretty good for the Australian sides. But currently now, looks like TJ Perenata, he wants another scrum. James Blackwell with a nice carry forward initially from himself, but then TJ Perenata went off to Aidan Morgan, just dropped in the end by, I think, Billy Proctor ended up with the loose ball. No, in fact, sorry, it went a little bit wider before they ended up with the loose ball. Now the scrum feed for the Hurricanes. I'm just looking, 3 points difference isn't a lot at the moment between these two sides. It seems like we're going to have a lot of close games maybe this round. I think I ate it here. That's unfortunate. Probably part of my Santa hat. Kiwi Lads make a rugby team for a video and play a season of union with George as fly half and Hamish at prop. Oh, so I guess like a Kiwi Lads, well, like I guess just a Kiwi Lads career mode type thing. That's what I see in the corner. Sorry, scores the try. I remember the Super Rugby final in 2009 when the Bulls thrashed the Chiefs 61-17. Ian Foster was the Chiefs coach that year, so no wonder the All Blacks struggle under him. And 10 years later, so here's Louis there. And also you saw Springboks won against the Argentina and Ireland in the sevens. I did, so that will mean that hopefully they do make their way through to the next stage, and we will get to see them in the semi-finals, or maybe actually quarterfinals is first, isn't it? But that is somewhere where we didn't see New Zealand or South Africa last week, which was weird, because normally those two sides are right up there. We'll go like that. There we go. And also, do you remember when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon? Not personally, but I heard about it. Apparently it happened, didn't it? Although that's still debated, which is kind of interesting. Hurricanes play at home or away. So for this matchup that is coming up, I believe they're away for their quarterfinal. And that will be up against the Brumbies at GIO Stadium, first name team home. That's Hurricanes away. Visitor says they must join. Also, we have that man, he's a good player, Ray. And also, we have that Chiefs had a bad time in the 2009 final. And that one says Johan. Currently now 59 minutes through this matchup. I'm looking closely at the time at 1-4 host the quarterfinal. They do indeed. How many Super Rugby trophies does New Zealand have all up? There is a lot. Even trying to remember them all is pretty tricky. It's gone just out to the side for Aidan Morgan, but the score now will remain at 22 points to 20. And Cheetah's just getting thrashed in the Curry Cup against the Requas 31-8. And Armstrong landed in a film studio, says Max Daddy. Yeah, I guess it's one of those ones that you never quite know. And who's the worst All Black to play over 30 games, says Xavier? That's a harsh question, isn't it? I think it just depends on the kind of play style that you like. And also the Bulls really improved a lot throughout the season progressed. And also who wins today in the NRL, says Jeffrey. I haven't actually seen who's playing in the NRL as of yet, but I'll have a quick look now. And also, yeah, Johan, I remember some Bulls players standing on the crossbars celebrating. And as I says, William, Jamie Booth, he was breaking through. They will be going back now with the 20 minutes left. The NRL, who we got tomorrow, one moment. Cowboys versus, who are they playing? They are playing the Dragons. No, sorry. Cowboys. No, the Cowboys already played. The Bulldogs playing the Dragons. And the Raiders taking on the Eels. And the NRL is overrated. And as I said, every round, and also Merry Christmas, says Carl. Merry Christmas, mate. We decided that we would become Santa for this live stream just because it seemed like a good idea, really. Don't know why, but we are Santa. And also, the majority of Super Rugby competitions will be in the Crusaders cabinet. Says John, I just realised that with the Samoa matchup between Samoa and Scotland taking place pretty much straight away after this live stream, I'm still going to have the Santa costume on when we do our live stream for Samoa versus Scotland. I'm going to get destroyed in the comments. And how's the weather there? Currently, we are sitting 6 degrees. So this isn't actually a bad bit of attire because it's quite warm with the cotton. And also, Brumbies lost against Moana Pacific shows how bad Australian rugby is 22 years since they won anything, says Hanley now. And also, we've got the Raiders and the Dragons to win, says Jeffrey. And also, Crusaders had to extend their cabinets too many trophies. And they were now running forward. Jackson Pugh was able to get himself a try last week. Now going back. Past that Toa flat ball. That was brilliantly taken by Kyle Goldwyn, and Aaron Cruden was good. It's pissing with rain here, says Carl. So, yeah, at the moment, I think we're supposed to get some rain, maybe not tomorrow, but the next day, I think is where it's going to be going. Also, do you have a list of games you are live streaming? Says Craig, I do, relatively. Sometimes it changes a little bit, but we've got a few games of the sevens coming up, including Samoa versus Scotland later on. Nice step from Wes Horson. Close to the touchline. Ball on the inside to Jamie Booth. Now pops it up. It's not quite going to be taken cleanly. It's a knock-on or a forward pass. And didn't Aaron Cruden have sickness? He did indeed. And also 22 years may rethink that TARS won in 2014. So it's Xavier Brown there. Right. The Hurricanes, I think they're going to check this one. But for me, it's a knock-on. Okay, they're checking to see whether or not there was a forward pass involved. Which, I mean, you are looking at a forward pass, I would say. If I was a betting man, which I'm not because I would have no money left because I'm terrible at predictions. Currently, I am quickly setting up that next live stream while we have got the TMO going on. As well, I am going to go with the Samoa and Scotland game. Get that one ready to go so that we can bump straight over to that next one. The thing is, with the time that this game is finishing, due to the delay at the start of the match, they waited an extra like 5 or 10 minutes before getting underway. So I have a feeling we may actually have to cover the last 2 minutes of that game or this game on their next live stream, which is a bit weird, I will admit, but I think that might almost have to be the way that we do it. And Brumbies won in 2001, 2004. And our Hurricanes won in 2016, says Johan Rugby. And also we have got their TMO. Says 9 months, I believe that is a knock-on against Ardie Savia. And also West All Black is still world class, says Max Daddy. And also Cruden had testicular cancer, but I think it was treated early, so lucky. And there as well. No try knock-on against Ardie Savia. Highlanders won in 2015. And also we got a thumbs up from Louis. And also Aaron Cruden's play has matured with overseas stint. The knock-on now, 18 minutes left in this fixed, and Reds won in 2011. And as I says, Johan. And Ardie Savia, he looks disappointed. He's still trying to fire up his four-pack, though, and come on the force. Or it comes off the force head, didn't it? It did a little bit, but I think initially with that loose ball from Ardie Savia, it did end up going slightly wrong for him. We'll just see this one again from this angle now. Jamie Booth, he's done well to keep himself in the field of play. Yeah, so it hits Ardie Savia's hand, then he bounces it back into his chest, and then it ends up going off and force 1-0 times. And there says Johan, but now 5 meters out from the line. And Highlanders in 2015 was amazing, says Louis. Well, that one. At the moment, the Western Force making plenty of changes in a row here. Faleti Kaitu be ready to go. But yeah, what the plan will be, ladies and gentlemen, because of the overlaps that we are about to encounter, it's unfortunate, but this game has had a lot of stoppages, and also with that late start, it makes it slightly difficult as we have got Scotland versus Samoa scheduled for 12 minutes time. So the plan here will be to do the next 10 minutes of this game, get us through to 72 or so minutes, and then we will be doing the Scotland versus Samoa game, but also keeping you guys updated with what is happening in this game and letting you know exactly who does end up getting the win. But I have made it so that it redirects you straight over to that next live stream when we do end up starting it, so that it does make it nice and easy. But Manasa Mataele continues to drive his way forward, 5 meters out from the line now for the Western Force. Only 2 points difference between these two sides. It was 18 minutes. There's a long time for many things to happen in the last quarter of a rugby match. Certainly is. That one's gone high. Taken nicely by Wes Horson, who's just been able to hang on to it. Yeah, 30 caps. I can't be no mug. Says Nazi Williams, and also Manchester's have won 9 out of 9 in the Curry Cup and is losing 38-8 against the worst team in the Curry Cup. Says Harley, now that is a knock on there from Balin Sullivan, and I believe it's going to be now the scrum feed. In fact, it might have become the penalty there. Nope, just staying as scrum feed. And also we've got the Amish. Do you know a rugby YouTuber called Juan Rugby? Juan Rugby. I don't think so. I know a YouTuber called Johan Rugby, which is yourself, but not Juan Rugby, I don't believe. Juan Rugby. Not ringing a bell. Do they do rugby union, or is it sevens, or what do they do? There you go. And also we've got there, you can say Donald, but he did win us the World Cup. And then also Brumbies to win in 2022, and the Wallabies to win the Bledisloe, and New South Wales to win the State of Origin this year. And Johan, but Hurricanes lost final at home. And this one included Western Force or Hurricanes to win, your guess. Here's MH Joy. So I think that, I mean, for me, the Hurricanes should be able to hang on and maybe score themselves 1 or 2 more tries, because they've been close, but they've had a couple disallowed. And there's I was going to say Stephen Donald, but didn't think he had 30. And also New Zealand team 17 wins, Australian and South African teams share 7 wins. Nicely done. That is now going to be a scrum reset in favour of the Western Force. And does the Super Rugby unlock trophy count as a South African or as a Super Rugby trophy? So the Bulls technically won 4. I guess it's worth a question, because then if you're asking that, does Super Rugby Aotearoa count, and does Super Rugby AU count for the Australian sides in the mix? So I guess it's a very good question there. And Aussie makes uploads of classic rugby matches from the past. And as I says, Johan Rugby, and also we've got that True, that's right. Says the Nazi Williams. Currently now getting ready to feed this one, and I will quickly pull up the 7s that I do need as well. And also 1998, 99, 0 or 00, 2000, 2002, 2005, 2006, 2008, 2007, 2018, 2019. And Super Rugby AU does not count. And there's well, so I assume Super Rugby Aotearoa also wouldn't count for the Crusaders and that one. And also I know that's why I said Hurricanes were fantastic this year, except for the final. So would you count Super Rugby Trans-Tasman for that one, Xavier? Don't know. And also we've got the new Norm Hewitt. Could have been the worst being on the bench most of the time. And also, does anyone remember the mighty All Blacks 2013 undefeated? I think they actually had a documentary go up recently on the All Blacks YouTube channel, didn't they? The one, and also people can go on the field after the Rebels game, yes. And as well says Xavier, I say, yeah, that's going to be pretty awesome that you will get to possibly meet a few other players in the process as well. But now ready to feed this ball in, 15 minutes left. That scrum took quite a while, I'll be honest, but now it is back out the back, and they are ready to go. Well, this game now passed back across. It's going to be a mistake made by the Western Force. And now jumping on the ball, Caleb Delaney. It will be scrum feed for the Hurricanes here. Yeah, just around the corner from that 7th game taking place. I don't think we've had so many overlaps ever, but the good news is this will be the last time that 7s and Super Rugby does overlap, because this is the last week of the 7s that we have got for about 20, or not 20 weeks. I think about 10 weeks or something like that. His head is quite itchy, to be honest. And also, we have got to know, that's why I said Hurricanes were fantastic that year, except for the final. I remember at Loftus in the Super Rugby final, the Blue Bulls fans wrote on the board, "Our blood is blue." And Juan Rugby sounds like a guy who mistook me for making reference to the Spanish Federation and also we've got there on the eligibility problems is taken or is talking about NZRU on a YouTube video because that person doesn't read. So these guys also bring back the Haguares. And also I remember 2013 All Blacks versus Ireland in rugby. I was about to say in rugby, but in Dublin. And also the one in Chicago was a big old one as well. And all good question, 2009 Box versus 2013 All Blacks. Tricky. Very tricky. I'd have to see the squads again, I think, to really be able to enjoy it. But no matter what, I'd love to watch that game if it did take place. And you got to make it a 3-match series just so that we get to see a little bit more action between the two sides. But Xavier Numia now currently the Hurricanes sitting with another 13 minutes left in this match. And also, how about bring back RSA teams? And as well, now trying to find the offload. Caleb Delaney unable to find Tay Walden now. James Blackwell, another knock on. It's just another mistake at the end of this game by the looks of it. And also, there's a movie about the Japanese beating South Africa in 2015 Rugby World Cup, biggest rugby upset ever. And there's us, says John. Yeah. I mean, that one certainly just rocked the rugby world. But, I mean, it probably did both sides wonders. Because it put Japan on the map. It also meant that South Africa, they were able to keep on improving from that point in time. And also how you miss the South African teams in Super Rugby. Or do you miss the South African teams in Super Rugby? I do miss it for that kind of physicality side of things. But then also I like seeing them in the URC because it gives them more ventures such as the Champions Cup to be able to go down. Which does mean really each season they can get themselves 2 titles rather than just the one. And call me an Amber Dance. I'm dead. Says Nathan there. And also we have got there and Hurricanes dry time. And also we have got there, how about Welsh teams? And he's only have 17 championships, says David. But it looks like now the Hurricanes, they will be not having the scrum feed for this one. It will be instead scrum feed of the Western Force. And New Zealand have 17 championships. Which is a huge number. Go Hurricanes dry time. And also who was the Hurricanes coach in 2016-17 before Plumtree took over? Oh. It's a very good question. For some reason, my brain only goes to Tana Umaga just because of the fact that he has been doing the Blues coaching recently, even though it's like completely unrelated. Well, that one. We'll go like this. And we will go like this. There we go. I was just making sure. And Tamura Morrison played Eddie Jones and La Rochelle and the SS Gareth, and we are covering that game a little bit later on. And the South African teams, long distance and time difference make logistical nightmares. And also, Jake Damas, you're a hard man. Jackie, and also, man, this game is more boring than the Blues game in the first half, says Hanley now. Yeah, it's been back and forth with a lot of handling errors. And Santa, where is your white here? Have you got your deers with you too to take you on your next trip? I mean, my beard, I found a little bit of ginger in my beard the other day, so that was interesting. I'm not sure where that came from. That might be the Scottish heritage that we were talking about the other day. But other than that, yeah, not too sure where that came from. And the Hurricanes, well, the coach of the Hurricanes in their glory days was who? And as I says Johan, Colin Cooper, says William. Well, that one. But currently, Xavier Numia getting a little bit of medical attention. Chris Boyd, says Ed Smith as well. But currently, we are 70 minutes through. There is a stoppage here with injury. So what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, in a very short moment, unpopular opinion, James O'Connor can't win a World Cup. You could put him in the AB side. 2011, he would not win a World Cup. He is crap. And also ambulance. And there was us, it was Nathan also Leinster going to get their 5-star in the Heineken Cup. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. See how they do end up going. But ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to tick over straight to our next live stream. We will be covering the last 10 minutes of this game on the 7th live stream for Samoa taking on Scotland. So I do recommend you guys do end up tuning in for that one. Talking about starting with 2 awesome games and ending with 2 piss poor ones on a Saturday, says Sammy Souza. So the plan, it will show you exactly where you need to go for the next live stream. And I will see you all in a very short moment. Currently, the Western Force, they've got the line out 40 meters out. It's not straight. So there will be some more stoppages. So I will see you all